Let's go.
Nice. So, bruh, the robot taxi. Dude, just imagine you a mom. You know nothing about this, and your friends say, "Hey, try Robotaxi. I send you a link." And then you sign up, and then you have it, and you like open the Robotaxi, and it's a dick.
It's
Oh,
hilarious. It's awesome.
I don't know. This is so awesome. Well, it is excited. It's excited time of the year for me. It's almost like Christmas. And how do I say? The Waymo, they like, no, we expand to. And now Tesla, we have to see what Tesla gonna do with it. I see someone in Australia, they post that they test full self driving and it's actually work over there. Woo, goosebump, goosey, all
Yeah.
excited stuff.
I just want to add something here is that in the first developed countries, um, FSD does work in majority of these countries. It's just the only barrier is like the language and how the roads are designed. But Elon said it perfectly is that their AI solution when it comes to these self-driving technologies is that it can drive anywhere. So realistically, they can already perform in first developed countries. Of course, there's some other countries, specifically maybe India, that may need special need special I guess focus on it to figure it
Dude,
out. But
India.
India, yeah, that's the one. And
Dude,
Nepal and all these other countries that are,
holy
that the
shit.
driving is very bad. you know I think they would need extra focus on those. But in majority of the countries, I'm very convinced that they have it solved. They have it narrowed down. It's just safety and making sure it doesn't glitch. And but I think for the most part, Tesla's technology can do it anywhere with little to less issues. So I'm excited to see it coming in New Zealand and Australia and South Korea and Europe and where else on that list? New Zealand, perhaps Tokyo, or perhaps Japan later on, and then yeah, of course, it's already in China, and so many other countries, right? And this is why I always say that te, Waymo was not a competition to Tesla, because how are they going to compete there? How are they going to compete in all this? How can they expand like the way how Tesla expanding? But I love the race though. The race is amazing. I love the fact that that Waymo increased their geofence sized, kind of like a response to what Tesla did. But it did take them like 16 months from initial deployment in that area to expand that, or you could say 4 months after going public for Waymo rides in Austin, Texas. But it's still good to see that, hey, this is the future. We're racing to get this as the most area coverage possible. So this is really nice to see. But yeah, the Robotaxi race is on, and you know, it's very very exciting to see this. And yeah, I'm getting goosebumps every time when I see Tesla do expand, or when I see them on the roads and stuff. The crazy part is that I do expect Tesla to expand their geofence area within the next 2 weeks. That's the because it only took them 18 days to have an upside down, for YouTube's sake here, for upside down Tesla logo, right? So I think it'll be another 2 weeks until they expand to
Oh, you
maybe.
can see Elon dick pic.
No, I can't. Oh, you said it, but yeah, they'll demonetize it or something, whatever. But yeah, I think within 2 weeks, I think we should see a bigger expansion, because they're going ham. They're going hard in Austin. You know, they're just proving what they can do, and I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do in LA and in Arizona and other cities like that, because this is what's happening in Austin is like what's gonna happen in many other cities. So it's very exciting to see that, and they're growing and increasing. And one big thing about how Tesla did the awesome shape, the upside down penis, is a very clear message that they can do whatever they want. They can go further, and for crying out loud, the first ever vehicle that got delivered to someone's house, it took the highway to get there. So Tesla can do this with robotaxis, but they're just waiting for it for safety reasons, all this kind of stuff. Which it's valid, but they can do it. They can do all of Texas today if they want, but they proceed slowly with safety to make sure everything is safe. So it's just a matter of time before we see robotaxis literally everywhere. So yeah, that's just that awesome upside down Tesla logo or penis at this point. It was an awesome sign that hey, we can do whatever it is we want. We're not limited to anything. So just want to point that out. That part that's very important.
All right. Welcome, Alexander. Welcome to America,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here. Yeah, I love it. Austin is a beautiful city. I arrived yesterday evening, so this is the first day during daylight. Uh, yeah, beautiful city, beautiful people. I'm actually surprised. I haven't seen any fat Americans yet. It's amazing. Yeah.
You don't see fat American yet?
No, not in Austin. I don't know what to say. I'm surprised. I'm baffled. I was wrong. Okay.
You might see some at the airport on the way back to California. Be
Yeah,
ready.
maybe so. Yeah, like I obviously when JC picked up me from the airport yesterday, I was he, FSD drove us back to the hotel. But I got to try FSD firsthand this morning and during noon in the city. Like I must say, it is something to looking at videos. But trying it out firsthand, sitting behind the wheel and trying it out, you don't really understand it until you try it. Like looking at the video is one thing, but trying it out is like a whole bit different ball game. Like it really like sinks in that this is like yeah, this is just like amazing. I've never experienced anything like that. Like it, I've never driven in the US before, never been in the US before, but all of a sudden I'm an expert driver in a foreign country, in a city with way more traffic than we would ever have in Sweden, right? And it just does it smoothly and safely, and I don't have to do anything. Like that's just like
Yeah.
it's like magic. It's like
This is
freaking magic. But
this
it's
is
Elon science, right?
we are not talk about this enough. We are not talk about this enough. Like I if I go to back to Thailand, I can get out of the airplane and drive any car over there because that ingrained in me. You know, the the steering wheel on the right hand side, I can do it in my eye blink. I can just hop in a car. But though, if I come back to the state, the first few days I gonna be like, okay, let me sit on a passenger side. Let me look at the road again. Let me get it back in me again. Full self driving will fix this problem, and not even gonna be long, like maybe 5 years we don't even gonna fucking drive anymore. So that is, people don't talk about this enough. And Alexander, welcome to the club. You come to America, you like, what is this shit? And then you sit in Tesla, and it just take you. It just take order. You don't have to worry about shit. You don't have to like fucking find the
Exactly.
parking. Yeah, you don't find the parking. The car will park for you. Like, people look at me
It,
and then they roll their eye because I'm Asian, and they're like, fucking, oh, fucking Asian lady, fuck
it
this shit,
actually,
right? But
it actually took us from like Casey told me this wasn't that usual, but it took us from the second floor of the parking garage, out of the parking garage, and to to the hotel lobby, like with me not doing anything. We were parked in the parking garage, backed out, found its way out, and took us straight to the hotel without me touching anything. Like I wouldn't pull that off. And I'm standing here looking out the hotel window, and I see a Waymo coming here driving past. I've already seen 4 Waymos in like 5 minutes. Like the US is on a whole different ball game when it comes to autonomous technology. That is for sure.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I love about the U.S. is that they're open to innovation and stuff, which is why you know the robo taxi stuff is. I mean, the progress that's going on in the US is a foreshadow for everywhere else in the world. So once we see robo taxis expand everywhere, man, which company can they scale as fast as they can in other countries? I forgot the name of the company, guys. Can you guys help me? I don't know. I think it starts with a T, I think. Ah, I think it's Toyota. That's the one.
Oh, so all excited stuff. The you know what I see? We have 8 billion people on Earth, and it's only 7 million Tesla car. We're not even 1/10, you know. So the opportunity is huge. Like the dick pic that I see on my feed. Oh, all right. Don't let the Q2 number scare you. Don't let the headline scare you. Be on course because this year 2025 is gonna be a roller coaster. Alexander, what you gonna bring back to your country?
uh, a lot of FSD videos and a wealth of knowledge and insight on how this technology can transform the road safety of whole of Europe. That is for sure. Like I will be bummed coming back and need to like drive. Not like I can still use autopilot, but mostly in cities I have to drive manually, and I will be just bum me out. I would just feel like I'm living in the Stone Age, technology-wise, pretty much. Um, so this trip already changed my mindset, and I'm not gonna sell a single freaking Tesla share, even though it 2Q numbers is bad. Like nobody, I haven't seen anybody with this technology in a consumer vehicle, which you can just buy for here for at the price tag at around $40,000, right, or whatever you can buy a Model 3 for. Like that's just insane. Like that is just insane. And I see like the thing that baffled me was like me and JC we saw a lot of other Teslas, and people were sitting there driving their own Teslas without FSD. Like what is the Tesla owners doing here in the US? They need to understand that there's like a software they can use that just takes all the burden of driving away. They need to make more free FSD trials for everybody, so everybody that has a Tesla can actually try this out and tell their friends and family that this is the shit they need to get.
Yeah, there's a lot of customers or Tesla drivers that have hardware for, but they don't even try. Like at this point, what's the point of owning a Tesla when you aren't using FSD? Like I was thinking about this the other day. Like, okay, yes, it's the safest car in the world. You want to, be in the safest car. But what at this point, if you own a 2024, 2025 Tesla and you don't know about FSD, bro, what the heck are you doing? Like, how do you not know about FSD and you own a Tesla? So I don't know. I think Tesla should do like send them an email that say, hey, try it. I mean, I know they've been doing that, but make a more an aggressive campaign that hey, just try the FSD for a month for free. Just do it. And I think this will increase the uptake big time. But I mean, that's insane that they're still driving. Maybe they don't have the trust with it. And I understand it's hard to trust to see it's hard to see your car drive you and go places, but at the same time, we're in 2025, and at this point, Teslas can drive themselves. So I don't know if there's
Yeah.
anyone here working at Tesla Please do an aggressive campaign for current customers just for a month for free. Make the deal awesome. I don't know. Do something. Make them awake.
Hey,
I
Pejjy, they could probably do a 6-month for free and really wake people up, because by the time they've used it for that long, they're hooked. And then everybody's going to be getting on it quicker because everybody's going to be seeing it more often.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true as well.
I put everybody that come to my house visit me in my car and let them do it, and everybody is like, yeah, yeah, like wow. Even like the Karen, the Democrat Karen, like I have a couple of friends that they Democrat Karen. I let them do it. And they're like, oh, this is a cheat code. You can take care of your kid and then your car drive you. And I'm like, yeah. You know, the dude that make rocket that is park itself with the chopstick arm, they make this shit. You know that, right? And it's like, oh, we don't like Elon. But you like my car drive itself, bitch. Oh, it's gonna be some time, which is it's okay. That time is mean we have opportunity to buy the stock for cheap, right?
Yeah.
So I
I
have Sander here. I gonna send him the
Sure.
request.
I have a question for Alexander because you flew all the way from Sweden to go to US to try the robotaxi. So I want to know this. Before you went inside the robotaxi and then after you came out, how bullish did you get on Tesla after you tried the
I
robotaxi?
never, I haven't tried a Robotaxi yet.
Oh,
So I haven't tried a Robotaxi network
oh,
yet. But like after just trying FSD 13, like it as a like a supposed driver, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. There weren't really any doubt before, but now it's yeah, there's no
sheesh.
question mark.
Yeah, but wait, hold on,
Like,
Alex.
have you tried FSD?
I've tried it once in Toronto, once with my brother and my niece, and we were all like blown away how
What
magical.
version?
But that was version
What
12.
version?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a
okay.
version 13. But question, wait, why couldn't you do the robo taxis? Because did you get an invite or no?
No, I haven't gotten an invite, and
Okay,
I haven't really asked anyone to
no, no,
take me
no.
either.
I'll help you
I've
here.
I get
I'll help you here.
okay.
Xander, Alexander is in Austin. He's still in Austin. Can you get him a robo taxi ride?
He just DM'd me, so I guess so.
Well, I don't know if Xander answered.
Sweet.
He's listening though.
Yeah, yeah, but he did. He did before you said it.
Oh, he gave. Okay, great.
He need me to come downtown. I give you a
Alex,
ride.
Do it.
Alexander, do you need me?
Yes.
Do you need me to come to
Do
downtown
it.
Austin? What's going
Do
on?
it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do
Yeah.
it.
We need to.
Yeah,
We need to.
Pejjy, everything that Alexander was describing to you, that was I've got my Tesla up here in Austin, and that was let Alexander do 4 FSD drives all over Austin.
Oh,
We went
sheesh.
from south to north all the way. We went through Westlake, all the hills in Westlake. We went up to the Domain. And Alexander, when he was describing the Tesla FSD, it was actually on the 3rd floor of a multi-level garage, and I was just like, Alex, let's give this a shot because I've seen it happen before. Let's just see. And we were parked on the 3rd floor of a multi-level parking garage, and it made its way out of the parking lot, and that was with a lot of vehicles coming in and out, like all up and down the parking garage, like, and doing some stupid things, the other cars. And then it matriculated its way through all the people at the Domain. Anybody that lives in Austin or has been to Austin, y'all know what I'm talking about with the Domain. It is busy with lots of people, and it did flawlessly getting out of there. But yeah, just so you know, Alexander has not experienced Robotaxi yet. What he's experienced is Tesla FSD version 13.2.9 for the first time. So these were all drives, I should say rides, where he supervised in my Tesla.
Sheesh. No, shout out to you for doing that, man. That's sick. I mean, sheesh.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I yeah, it's like I'm living the dream right now. Like I've been following this company for so long, been drooling over FSD videos for like years. First FSD videos I saw with like Omar, haven't even talked to Omar ever in my life, you know. This was like way back, I don't know, version 10 or the first like beta testers, right? And I was like, oh, goddamn, we don't have this in Sweden. And then I saw the involvement through 11, 12, and 13. And now I'm here all of a sudden and get to experience it myself.
All
About to try out the.
What's with the guilt trip, Alexander? I'm leaving the pool party. I'm heading downtown. I'll be there in 45 minutes. Jeez.
Yeah, that's nice, man. Thank you. That's just like this is the Tesla community, right? This is the Tesla community, right? Like nobody is shy to like show up and help out and like show off of the technology, right?
Yeah.
Everybody just want to show the world the technology.
Pejjy, the funniest thing was when Alex was telling you about me taking it. I picked him up from the airport last night, and we used FSD. I pushed a button at the arrivals area of the airport, and FSD took us all the way to our hotel. And Alexander posted that video. He took a video. He was in the passenger seat at that time because it was nighttime, and he had just gotten home, right? So he was videoing it, and Elon commented on his post and said, "Cool." And I felt like commenting back. I was like, "Cool enough for a Robotaxi invite?" It's like, I'm glad you like it, Elon, but unless you give us an invite, this is all it's going to be while he's here.
Yeah, actually, I when I posted last week that I'm going here and I needed the Robotaxi invite, he liked that post. But yeah, the thing is, I don't have iOS. I'm on Android, so even though if I got the invite, I couldn't really use it. But it's just like
well, I've got an iPhone, Elon. Elon, I got an iPhone. If you're in the listener section or you're, Elon's one of those 9 other listeners. I've got iPhone, Elon.
Yeah, it's just the principle, right? I just want the invite, even though I can't maybe use it because I have an Android. But I just want the feeling of having the invite. I want to feel important, you know. I want them to treat me special. But yeah, you can't have everything, right? I'm getting the factory tour in a couple of days, so I'm happy. I should make it.
Jealous.
That's like what Alexander.
I'm jealous.
Alexander, how pissed would you be? Is that on the day that you get on the flight to go back to Sweden, you get an invite?
No,
he's not leaving. He's not leaving.
Exactly.
After these FSD drives, he's done. He's going to find some big Texas woman and shack up in her trailer. He's done. He's staying here.
Actually, JC, I'm moving in with you with your ginormous
well, like I said,
house
you're going to find some big Texas gal and shack up in the trailer. I just didn't say myself.
Yeah, exactly. If I find a big Texan girl, can we move in your house? Upstairs bedroom?
I'll put a double wide trailer out in the backyard.
Yeah, that sounds great, man.
Oh man, you know, I plan to come to Texas this year, but it looks like that's not happening. But next year for sure, when I do come, and I'm sure next year it'll be on public. I mean, if it's not, I know who to call. I know who to call, contact. But man, sheesh, no, that's awesome, man. This is why I don't know.
Hey.
Texas seems to be like a whole different vibe, and you know, I'm very, very I don't know, very keen to really visit, not just the Robotaxi and Tesla, but the whole community. I do. When I do come to Texas, I do want to have like a big meetup with everybody. So that's gonna be awesome. I'll organize it somehow, but it's gonna be awesome. I don't know.
By next year, Pejjy.
Yeah.
By next year, Elon have already invented the teleporter technology. with the rate that this is going, you can teleport to Austin.
Grok 5, anyone?
But it's no guarantee that you will actually emerge the same person. To teleport, you will probably have to die, and then they reconstruct your atoms and stuff.
3D printers, man. 3D printers.
But the windshield wipers will still be going off during the teleportation.
Did you guys see how the windshield wipers in the Robotaxi just scrub in front of the camera?
That is so cool. Yeah, because it just does like it was like 2 or 3 little swipes, right, Xander? It's not even like, it's like you look at it like, how valuable was that? And then you're like, oh, that's not for me. That's for the camera.
Right. Yeah, we turned left to drop me off. I forgot to post that clip, and it went from a lit up street to a dark street in the neighborhood, and then it just decided to run it. And yeah, I thought it was cool. It left a bunch of water behind, but then it did that like 15-second delay, and then it did the last wipe for the monitor, the supervisor. So yeah, it was neat to see. I didn't know that it did that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm really impressed how much the software has improved since V12. You know, V12. I was looking at Omar's videos all through like V11, V12, and even though I'm not actively testing it because I still have an ICE vehicle, I'm really impressed like how far the software has come and how much better the cars are driving now. It's really pretty great.
It's almost like everything's exponential now.
Yeah, I think like V13 it was a huge step up from V12, and V12 was actually where I had most of my cost basis for my Tesla shares. Like V12, because then I kind of thought that it was that was the sort of the critical mass point when Tesla, and I kind of figured like there's kind of no turning back, you know. So, but yeah, V13 is really great. I live in North Carolina, so I guess I'll have to wait until Robotaxi gets wide release here. I'd love to come to Texas, but I have like I'm kind of hesitant to travel unless I drive. But we'll see.
Do you have a Tesla?
No, I have a 2002 Toyota Highlander. It's very old.
You're just trying to get blood from a turnip at this point, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like after watching some of Omar's videos, I can sort of like kind of imagine how it would be, you know. But it would be nice. I will admit, it would be nice to like actually try it out, you know, and be in the vehicle. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you get into a Tesla with V13, you're going to throw all those spreadsheets out, not just the one on V12, because the spreadsheets aren't going to mean shit to you anymore. Just throw every damn dime you can find. Kick your cousin who's been smoking pot off of your couch for about 15 minutes and find all the nickels and dimes that fell out of his pocket. Just make sure those seeds don't get the seeds in with the nickels and dimes and put it all into Tesla. That is not financial advice, but get experience in V13 is good life advice.
You're all in on Tesla, right, JC?
Yes, sir. Yep. I'm all in. Just in fullness and fair disclosure, I always tell people I do own Bitcoin as well. I've been
me
holding
too.
on to Bitcoin.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have,
as far as my equity holdings, it's 100%.
I have like around 1% Bitcoin, and that was because I kind of, and this was I got into it before Trump was elected, and I really thought that Trump was going to really push the thing really far, and that's why I never sold my Bitcoin, because I kind of thought it might do well. And by the way, I've always been skeptical of Bitcoin because I kind of thought that it might be there's no intrinsic sort of like financial like there's no like earnings or things you can compare with on a spreadsheet, right? But yeah, I mean, for me, the way I went all in on Tesla was because once I had some earnings from Palantir and from Nvidia, once I was like roughly 40%, once I roughly doubled my money from what I started with, I figured I had some room for a drawdown. And that was when I became okay with going all in on Tesla. But then I figured, like, even if it goes down, like 50%, it should be okay. And I feel that it's pretty unlikely that Tesla's going to go down more than 50%, right?
I would say that. I'll tell you what, this is what I would advise anybody who gets into Tesla is two things. If you're going to be you got to be long-term focused, and it could definitely go down more than 50%. If Robert Scoble was on this space, he would tell you how many times he's gone through, 60+%. But the other thing I would tell you is not marry up. That's a term we use down here in Texas, but I'll make sure I don't. Everybody else. Here's the deal. I'm personally like a completely long-term focused type of talk. Pejjy and Xander, they'll tell you. I don't do any of that. I love listening to Xander. I live vicariously through him, but I dump everything into Tesla and I just sit there and use FSD and just get on with.
The heck? What happened? Bro, what happened to the audio? Hello, hello. Looks like my audio's out. 1 minute, let me see.
And being so long that even after I pass away, God forbid, I might put the stock in an unrealized trust that can pass on to my descendants. So I never want to. I don't want to sell it.
Mine's going to my wife and her pool boy, so I'm not worried about a trust.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really good opportunity. I really don't know if Tesla is going to plateau in terms of growth for quite a while. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be long for quite a while.
Well, how many robots have you seen walking around, Gothic?
Oh no, yeah, there's not that many. Yeah,
there's zero. Well,
and
do you think it's going to be zero robots walking around 10 years from now, 15 years from now?
No.
Okay,
there's going to be
then there's a long time to think.
Another interesting thing that I'll just quickly say, and sorry I know I hog the mic sometimes, so sorry about that, guys. But one last thing I'll say. I
never do that.
I have a habit because I'm so excited about this topic, and it just kind of keep going. But okay, one thing I'll say. So I was watching a video with Herbert Ong. And future potential growth for Tesla. So a lot of the growth is going to be coming from Optimus. So that's really a great opportunity there.
Bro, the Optimus really hurts my brain. I couldn't agree more with that. Optimus hurts my brain. It really hurts my brain. But I mean, we're going to see some incredible stuff happen with Optimus within the next 12 months. I think shareholder meet is November 6th. I think we're going to get some very big news about Optimus, about version 3 then. It's going to be awesome. But I mean, that thing, when I sit down and do the numbers, it really hurts my brain. So that's why I just stick with robotaxis and how they can scale, because that I can justify that. I can justify the numbers and the scale and the profits, and I guess the competition too a little bit to some degree. But the Optimus thing is just, I don't know. It gives me a headache. But that's very exciting.
Like I said, this is your business though, right, Pejjy? For me, I don't give a crap. This is just my money and my wife's money. And like I said, eventually the pool boy's money. So I don't have to worry. I let it hurt my brain.
True.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, that's a huge moment with that. Guys, do you guys know why the stock went up? Tesla stock went up on Friday. I couldn't.
Yeah. I know the.
Why?
Sorry. I'll give my hypothesis for that. I don't know, maybe if Xander wants to jump in, but I think the reason is because Elon posted, the letter from Trump looks bogus in response to Megyn Kelly's tweet. So I believe the street really liked that Elon was not bashing Trump for that for that thing, which he later filed a lawsuit for, I think, 10 billion against the WSJ. I'm not sure if you guys agree with that, but I believe that had a lot to do with the upward momentum we saw on Friday, because it seems like Elon was a bit more hinged and less unhinged when it came to Trump. He got off that unhinged mode. So
I don't know if I'd put it on the politics. I think it has a lot to do with unveiling the larger Model Y, and it kind of confirms the claims of, hey, we're going to release more models. And then the options market kind of caps it, right? Like it couldn't break 330. And that was very predictable if you looked at the options chain. So, but that bullish close was like the last 10 minutes is really where you want to see, because that's when the mutual funds are either buying in or selling. So that's a good weather vein for what can happen going into earnings. I think, there's going to be a lot of negative sentiment. So I'm very cautious. I'm not doing any of the short-term stuff just because it's it can blow in either direction. But my gut says that the uncertainty, right? You're going to have confirmation of gross margins and profitability is you'll either see it stabilizing or it's slightly up. And if you see that, then as a money manager, you're going to go, okay, well, they're on the right track and this is what's coming. And Robotaxi rollout is way better than we could have hoped. So, maybe we start deploying, because you're not going to want to be left, to be the last guy that decides to convince your company to invest. So, but we'll see.
Hey, Xander,
it's hard
question
to say.
for you. Question for you. What's your view? What are your take on how, like, Kathy? She went hard in the paint late last week, right? Kathy Wood. I don't want to say it was like 1% of her entire ETF just in one transaction.
Right. I mean, this is what they do. I think I saw that Alexandra. Well, not I think I saw. I watched the Cyber Bulls. So this is what they do. They trim at those places. I kind of stopped watching for, Kathy's always bullish, so it's kind of hard to be excited by those things anymore. And then they've gotten it wrong. I mean, I wear the golden goose very proudly on my chest from ARK. I love the underlying thinking behind it, but I don't put much weight into it. It's like, honestly, everyone wants it to fly now. I want it to be a calm, measured growth in the stock price, that it's just like it slowly goes as people, because like these wild, I mean, I love it as an options trader. The volatility is great, but really we want to see contemplation. You want to see it go sideways for between some range, and then when a big piece of news comes out that you could measure on earnings, or you can see that earnings growth, that's when you're going to see this explosion to a new level of what the market thinks that this company is worth, looking into the future, because it's getting a lot of credit for its execution and its ability to generate money in the future. But it's like this period of time where, like, don't expect anything in 25, 26. But looking downfield where Robotaxi or SaaS revenue is there, that's really going to be, like you just said about CERN and talking about robotics. Yeah, that's where this is going.
Yeah, and add to that, I would love to, see Tesla explode the way how NVIDIA did, but I don't think that's ever going to happen, because once we know the guidance of it, I think Tesla's going to have a pre-explosion for that, because everyone is so dialed in this. Like for NVIDIA, even me, who, looks at the market, and who looks at NVIDIA a lot as well, did not expect to see, I think it was back in 2023 or something, when their stock exploded 10x, like overnight, it went up crazy. I didn't even see that. Nobody saw that. And so I don't think this will happen with Tesla. Instead, it's going to be based on the guidance, because everybody can see what Tesla is about to achieve. And I think the good guidance may come somewhere in Q4 or Q1 or Q4 of 2025 or Q1 of 2026, depending how fast they move with Robotaxi. If Optimus doesn't come and do some crazy stuff. So I think it's a little different when it comes to that. And I'm not sad about that. I'm just saying that I think the explosion could actually happen sooner than we think based on that. It's just that we need to see the guidance. And I think that's what every analyst are on their tippy toes for. And I think that's what they're, I think this earnings is actually going to be okay. It's going to be, like you said, Xander, it's going to be stable or on the right direction. But everyone is just focused on the guidance to see what they're going to say. But I think the significant one's going to happen end of the year or beginning of the year. Once we have 6 months plus data and what Robotaxi is going to do in 6 months, I think it's going to be amazing. Smokey, what you saying?
I just want to add to that. I don't think a lot of people understand the level that all of his products are coming out and going exponential. I'm going to give you a prime example, and I want to jump this in right when we were talking about Optimus. So you look at robotics in its whole. One of the number one names in the world, everybody knows, Boston, right? You look at them and where they've come out, 30 years. They recently, in this past year, have gone over and actually called Tesla and Elon out for saying, wow, their product is like better than ours, and we've been doing it for 30 years. They've been doing it for 3. People don't understand. It's ready. It's already ready to go. They're just perfecting it. Like, I see it actually happening this year too. And I'm not betting against Elon trying to get some Optimus going to Mars in 26. I think it's very possible. And obviously I'm going to stand by that.
The scale for XAI, to your point, Smokey, is another testament to that.
Exactly. People just don't understand that this tech, all of his tech, is advancing at levels that are inhuman. Nobody would ever have thought, even as a tech enthusiast, I follow this stuff. But the level, it's like hundreds of times faster and exponentially growing. Every month we're seeing it where nobody else can touch that. That level is just dialed in, and it's gonna mind blow us all. I see it coming.
Yeah, and that's why I say my stock prediction at the end of the year, 575, I think is pretty realistic. Just based on.
You remember how I keep telling you that's rookie numbers, Pejjy?
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Say that.
Some are saying
exactly.
700, 1,000. I mean, hey, look, if I've been saying this since the beginning of the year, and I'll say it, and I'll continue to say it. If they say within the next couple months, couple weeks, couple few months, and they come out and they say that, hey, you guys can now pre-order the Cybercab. Now, I know Jennifer's going to come at me and say, no, we have rules that we can't do, cars without pedals and steering wheel. And I want to know Jennifer's thoughts here. But if Tesla is very certain that within the next 18 to 24 months, they're going to have Cybercabs on the road and it's going to be legal, and they say that, hey, make the pre-order now and get it within the next 12 to 18 months, that's going to explode the stock. That's going to make the stock go, I think. It's going to sound crazy, but this thing, it could take it. If FOMO is going to come crazy, I think it's going to take it to 1,000, in my opinion, if that's going to happen. Not financial advice. But
I think you're right. That's why I keep calling rookie numbers on you, fam.
Sheesh, Smokey, get it up. Love it. But Jennifer,
there is still an issue. There is still an issue with the Cybercab, though. No, the only issue is that it needs a steering wheel. So current law, right, in Texas, what's the issue? It's not any of the driving laws. It's the actual state inspection, because the Texas state inspection requires a steering wheel because it has to be like a certain size, and then also the inspector has to be able to test the drivetrain or something like that. So, I mean, if they can get over that hurdle, then there's no problem. I don't see anything other than that. Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
You need to fact check yourself. I think they removed that requirement. We just got our stickers, and there was no inspection this year.
Really?
So,
When did
so
that
you don't
happen?
need a state inspection anymore?
Maybe
Bro.
my wife took care of it, but I did not take my truck in. I did not take. Yeah,
Well,
everyone
no,
needs to go
it
check it.
requires
Yeah.
that it has a steering wheel.
I
So, I
know,
mean, if
but
you
there's no more
I pulled up the
inspections.
Texas law before, and it's like if you read, just go read
Check
what
again.
the state okay, I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go ask Grok because I'm pretty sure the state inspection requires a steering wheel. But I'm gonna go check. I'll be back.
There's no more state inspection, is what I'm saying.
Can I ask a thing here in space?
Oh, did they just get rid of it? They just got rid of the state inspection for
Yeah, they don't
Texas?
inspect anymore. I just got a car and got
Whoa.
my Tesla in September, and there was no
Well, there you
inspection.
go then. There you go, boys. That was my only problem because I looked up
Even
the
more
state
Cybercab
bullish.
law
pre-orders
and
are
that's what it said.
coming.
Even more
Well, good.
bullish,
I'm
fam.
glad.
Dude, that's
I want to
insane.
buy the little cyber cab. I think it would be awesome to have one. I don't
Jennifer,
know if they'll
don't
sell it
mess with
commercially.
Texas.
Oh, I'm gonna mess with Texas a whole bunch. I love Texas.
Yo, if
That's insane.
everybody gonna do this, I'm not even that smart, but everybody gonna do this. They're gonna buy 2 Tesla, and they're gonna have 1 Tesla go for work, pay for their 2 Tesla, so they can keep 1 Tesla just for fun. And if you're not using it, you can put 2 Tesla to work. And if you really like washing your car, or you don't have to, you can have 3 Tesla. I don't know, but I mean, I want Elon to upgrade my old Tesla, and I want to get a new Tesla, and I want my old and my new Tesla go to work for me. I
He's in
don't
the
know.
other listener section, Fa. Let him know.
Elon, upgrade my car right here, right now.
Wait,
I'm so jealous. Everybody
didn't-
have Grok. What the fuck? All right.
It really is
So
a
let's talk.
testament to his engineering. It really is. Like when you're looking at all these things happening right now, it's mind blowing in every field. It's coming. It's just when. When is Wall Street going to wake up?
Yeah, I'd love to temper expectations on like just stop looking at the stock price. That's helped me a lot to not be so disappointed when it goes the other way or it moons and then it drops. And it's just like setting these price targets, and those are all possible. It's just it's a game of probabilities, and like you guys are saying, they have to, if they show that, if they show this. So that the beauty is that that is a possibility. I hate hearing everyone throwing out these crazy numbers, and then year after year you get disappointed. I mean, really, it's just realizing that the tech that helps the Robotaxi is the same exact tech that will propel Optimus to be able to deliver value that everybody wants. I mean, I just got sent the $2,000 robot, a vacuum cleaner that has a little arm that picks stuff up off the floor, and it's like, well, you just rather spend 20 and not have a gardener and not have a cleaning lady and not have whatever people spend money on during the year, and then you have an ROI of a few years or however long it takes, and then it's a good machine that helps you with chores. Like if you can come home and food, I talked to some ladies, and they were saying like if I would buy the robot, because if I could be at work and then dinner's already made when I get there, how much would I pay for it? And it was just, it's crazy. Like they're like, I'd pay 50 grand. And this is a person that's in real estate. So anyway.
That's exactly what I was getting at. The stock price doesn't matter. The track record and the actual fundamentals of business and the exponential growth of everything. It's going to get to the point where they can no longer deny, like, this is a juggernaut and it's not stopping. I feel that way about both my positions. So just not financial advice, but it's going to go up,
right?
And it's going to go up big.
Why did why did Nvidia get the valuation? Why did it 10x? That was brought up. It's because they were just showing exponential growth and the demand is off the charts, and so there will come a point where you don't have to be a genius. You'll see that demand spiking, right? Wait times start increasing on the products, whichever products it is. And as that scales, it's, you know, Wall Street is, you know, there's two sides of Wall Street. There's the bulls and the bears, and so that push and pull that occurs, at some point the bulls will be winning that, and the bears get, you know, you're going to see these gamma squeezes and short squeezes and all, and that's what'll really propel it to those new heights. But you know, ultimately they have to deliver, right?
And we know they will. Let's be real.
Right. And so the last point I'll make, and then I got to go downtown and give some rides, is that, you know, the start of this conversation was, I forgot what I was going to say. Go on.
That's happened. So I'm excited. I'm excited about, some people keep saying, yo, you gotta be careful. We might see some downturn in economic. The macro is not look that great. Japan might pull out the rug. Japan might create a financial crisis. All this shit, right? But we have all-time high right here, right now. I'm happy for all the Nvidia holder. I'm have a little bit. I should bought more, but my money all in Tesla. So Nvidia right now is all-time high. I think I saw Microsoft all-time high too, not too long ago, and another one that all-time high. I don't know what up with Uber. Uber valuation just went up. I think if I'm not high, Uber is high too. So I don't understand that. If someone understand that and want to explain it to me, I'm welcome.
Easy.
But
They made a deal with another dying company.
Yeah, the Lucid
Exactly.
Lucid deal. And you know, the funny thing about that, the Lucid stock went down a little bit. If you guys have been looking, it's been kind of, because it had a lot of ebullience, and then it kind of sank a little bit.
Yeah, because those guys
wait, Uber went up because they announced the Lucid contract. Is that what happened? Really?
Yeah,
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
the equivalent.
Yeah, but
It's the equivalent of Waymo partnering with Ford. When you look at it, they're two dying companies. At the end of the day, they're just going to steal their own death. Let it happen and laugh about it.
No, what I don't understand. What I don't understand is that, and I was reading the article and I made a video about it. Is that they're planning to get, you know, it's a cluster. It's a cluster fuck. It's like you got Uber, Lucid, and you have this other company called Nero or something like that. Like their plan is to get 20,000 Lucids on the road over the next 6 years. Like that's just bad. Like that should be for the next 6 days, not over the next 6 years. You know, like I mean, Tesla already sells like 20,000 or delivers 20,000 robotaxis every 4 days, less than every 4 days. These guys want to deploy robotaxis, 20,000 robotaxis over the next 6 years, and they want to do it using Lucid vehicles, which they're like $96,000 each. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, what? Why? Which part? How is this a smart deal? How are they going to get their money back? What? I just don't get it. I don't get the deal. I don't understand how they're going to make money from this. Literally, like I don't know if any of you guys know anything, or if you guys have any counter to that.
I can add one thing real quick. I don't know if I wanted to jump in, but I just may say one thing. Also, guys, the amount of partnerships that Uber has is quite high. Uber inks all of these deals, and they kind of have this market of deal making they're doing, which I'm sure takes a lot of time and effort. Alexandra Mertz was pointing this out earlier. She was mentioning, I thought this was very, very interesting. Uber has a lot of pricing power with their deal making, but they're putting the resources and effort in the wrong place. You know, the cars are quite expensive, as you said, Pejjy. And I ultimately think that this deal is it's a nice new notch in their belt, but I don't think it's going to be profitable for either Lucid or any of the other, or Uber or Nero.
Yeah. What was it? 300,000 for 20,000 units?
Yeah.
Is that like 50 or 300 million? Was that 50K a unit? Is that the
No,
math?
Something like that. Yeah, very
no,
expensive.
no, 15. Yeah, I mean, no, it's ridiculous. It's like if it's 20,000 vehicles, like, and the math, I don't understand the math. It's $300 million investment for 20,000 vehicles over the next 6 years using the Lucid Gravity. The Lucid Gravity is $96,000. I mean, that comes down to only like 5,000, not even 5,000 vehicles. Like it came to a very low number. I'm just like, if they want to deploy 20,000 Lucids, that means they have to buy every vehicle for $15,000. 15. And I'm thinking, I'm like,
They are
how?
they are going to do a tax write-off. That's the strategy for Uber.
But that's stupid.
Good luck to them. Good
Yeah.
luck.
The weight of the vehicle qualifies for that. So they'll get about 30-35% tax write-off for that,
That
is what I heard.
what? That's such a bad strategy. I mean,
And
look,
this is just declaration, right? They might not actually end up purchasing it. They are just trying to hype it, and then like 2 years down the line, they find somebody else. They'll just say that okay, this deal is cancelled,
maybe.
and we'll
Maybe. Look, if I was Uber right now, I would stop messing around. I would stop playing around. I would stop looking at other options because the other options does not compete with Teslas, large scale, robotaxis. I would order 50,000 Teslas right now today. Talk to Elon. Yo, Elon, come on. Let's do something. Let's do something. I know I'm cooked. I'm
they
cooked.
they cannot do it. Elon has not, I believe, refused it to Uber. They tried it with Tesla. The thing is, Tesla wants to operate the network, and they want to get that 30-35% share, right? So no one else can run a robotaxi network.
Yeah, I had a feeling that I had a feeling about that too. That's why I'm saying they're cooked. I mean, then there's no. I guess when I guess when you're drowning, you kick and splash whatever you can just to stay afloat, even though when you see it coming. I don't know. I don't know. These moves are desperate, but I guess it's what they got to do. I don't know, man. This is just sad, but
Pejjy, look at it like an American football, right? It's called the Hail Mary. Like it's the make or break. Either it wins or it loses, and it's going to lose hard if it fails.
yeah, that's it. That's the only way to look at it, really.
Yeah, and we were seeing the same thing coming out of Waymo. You saw Waymo was increasing its service area again. And by the way, I'm really curious to see what Tesla's response will be. I think it's going to be like a bigger, enlarged surface area yet again. I don't know what they're going to do this time, but it's really, I'm curious to see what the response will be. But yeah, a lot of companies, Waymo, Uber, kicking and screaming, exactly what you said. Death roll, all the last moves before the final strike from Tesla, I think. And I don't mean to be like too cocky about it, but or I shouldn't say that because the service area, maybe I shouldn't use that word, but but I think like definitely it's an interesting time to live in.
Yeah, I mean, service area, all of that, it really just comes down to, can you deliver a product at a price that the consumer prefers? Are the wait times good? If the product is better, look at the iPhone and what it was like with BlackBerry was around, or just any one of these disruptions. That's ultimately what's happening. These businesses are getting disrupted, and they have to pivot, and if they don't, can they develop their own? That's really what they should be doing, is trying to develop their own, but they're not doing that.
Yeah, but some bears.
Sander, hold on. Sorry, Pejjy. Sander, I have a question for you, for everybody else here too. So that guy Sam Scam Almond, he say he gonna have his own full self driving. What do you think about it?
I love the competition. I think that we're seeing that the sensor confusion was correct. The market's going to start realizing that, and as what was it, Hyundai or somebody else said that vision's the way. That they said that they're going to do that 27 or 29, I forget. Yeah, 29. And so I think like as that catches on, It's the same effect that ICE cars, and then you had Tesla come in and start this new category. And so people think that you need LiDAR, and there's just like the amount of talking about it has been, for years. And now is the prove it to the market moment. So as everyone realizes that this is the way to go, you'll have copycats, and you hear people like Gary Black saying, "Oh, they won't have the market forever." No, they won't. But they're going to be on to Optimus and utilizing their software to develop, to have robots flipping burgers for you, and so that they're going to go disrupt that. So it's just like this they're not going to stop innovating. And I just heard, you brought up Sam Altman, and I heard Zuckerberg talking about how Apple doesn't innovate for 20 years. And it's like, that's it, right? If anyone gets comfortable, they're going to get disrupted, and the world is changing.
Anyone else?
I would agree, because like when you're looking at it, like they've already got such a head start and such an enormous amount of data, and they know their product works. There is no way Sam Altman will be able to even semi-touch it. It's just not gonna. They've got such a head start. It's impossible. Like, I do agree. It is always good to see more competition coming out, because that's what's going to drive innovation, and it's what's going to drive everything to go better. It lights a fire under Tesla's ass to get it done better. When you're looking at the Waymo expansion, for example, they're doing that. They're putting pressure on Tesla to be like, hey, they're doing it. Let's see what your next move is. It's just going to cause it to expand at a faster level than anybody expected. So I'm great with it. Like, keep bringing on the competition. Let's drive it.
Yeah, remember Elon actually stated that many years ago, that if the market can produce a vehicle that's better than a Tesla and we get disrupted, then that's good. That's what is good for the consumer.
He did. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, and I'll add one thing. I think also if Sam Altman tries to get into the space, and maybe if he rolls out some permits in some small city or town or whatever, that'll pave the way for Tesla, right? Because see what happened with Waymo. Waymo got a lot of permitting done for a lot of metropolitan areas and things like that. And Alexandra Mertz was saying this before in one of her spaces with the Cyber Bulls, that the amount of work that Waymo has done has been really seminal for Tesla's expansion. That was the reason that Tesla has it so easy, because it would have likely taken Tesla quite a bit longer if Waymo hadn't stepped in. So no matter the competition, be it Sam Altman, Scam Altman, or Waymo or Uber, I think it's all conducive. It's all catalytic.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to see Elon answer John Tesla of Silicon Valley. Say Bay Area Robotaxi, it will be here in 1 or 2 months. So that I'm excited. I see Waymo a lot. I go to San Francisco 1 or 2 a week, and I see them all the time. And so I used to see Cruise too back in the day. It's funny, but Cruise had to stop because it's driving to the bus stop and people are dying. So for the bear to claim that let's see it's grow first. Let's see if we can expand it first before we claim the grow. I think it's very good for them to start slow and test the water, especially when Elon on political side too. You have the love one like us, and you have the hate one like the Democrat hate him, and now he pissed off some of Trump supporter too. So it's very good to start slow. I have to give them that. We just have to wait and see. I think 10, 20 car, 100, 200 car 1,000, 2,000 car. It will get there. And then when people get to sit on it, you're thinking about people, not everybody can go inside. Like, I want to buy 30,000, 40,000 car, right? Not everybody can do that. But people can pay 420 or 6 to get in a Tesla experience. And just thinking, like, you don't have to smell someone, or you don't have to, like, can you please kindly roll down the window because you stink so bad and I almost die here, sit behind you. Like, you're talking to Uber driver, right? It's like, oh my God, they choke me before I go to my destination because of your smell. Like, all
Hey,
that
that's no
aside,
way to talk about JC. Go on.
I'm not talking about him, but yeah, okay. It's just a customer experience. All everybody to experience just a clean car. You can sit there, you control your AC, you control your music, or you can just take the phone call, talk about your business, or the whole 55 minutes of your ride. That's a different. And people who never used Robotaxi before, like never use, will never sit in Waymo before, you don't understand. But if you sit in Waymo before and you have that, you will not go back to the first option that can you please not smoke before you come pick me up. Like, oh, it's just so bad, I don't want to smell it. So stop that. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, hold on, I need to get off of me.
Are you okay, fam? What happened there? Are you okay?
I hope she didn't fall into the pool.
Yeah, I hope all is good. Anyways, until Fat comes back, I'm wondering. I wonder when they're gonna expand the vehicles in Austin from 10 to like 20 or 30. Like that's what I'm very uh, excited about.
No,
Very
I'm
curious
back.
about.
Sorry, the wind blow the tree and it's fall on the electric line. I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna die here today? No, I'm alive. I'm back. I'm so sorry.
I thought you fell or something. Hope you're good.
Yeah,
I'm
we
glad you're
thought
happy.
you were enjoying your beverages and fell into your pool or something.
I wish. So it's just 1 second. It could be long second or it could be short second, but it's only gonna be a second until a lot of people get to sit behind Robotaxi, and some of them might go on an app and like, oh, I
What
want
the
to
heck
buy
is
this
happening?
car. I want to own one of these. Is drive itself, right? So it's a opportunity that I could not admit it is not. It's a big opportunity that a lot of people never get to have to. Like when I'm pregnant with MJ 2 years ago, like I get bored, so I go drive Uber, and people get in the car and they're like, what? This beautiful car you drive like Uber? You don't worry about the white seat? I'm like, no, it's so easy to clean. Plus, I have dog who give a shit, right? Is this gonna be mind blowing when the new wave coming? Like Sander said a few weeks ago, the wave of 2019 when Tesla stock go like up the mountain, right? It's gonna be the new people, and to be real, it's gonna be sweet 16. Some sweet 16 ask their parent like, hey mom, I want a Ford Mustang. Hey mom, I want a GM Hammer. Like, no, they're gonna want Cybertruck. Like old people who want a gas car, they're gonna die off the earth. And the new people who come out, they're gonna want like, oh, I just want my car to drive itself. You know? So I don't know what second it's gonna be, when it's gonna be 100 robotaxi to 10,000 robotaxi. So that is gonna be fun to follow. All right, Pejjy, mic to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think if we see about a couple of thousand robo taxis on the road, and we can see um, what the actual base fare is going to be, what the cost per mile is going to be, and what the growth is, and what the projection is, I think things are going to change. Things are going to change. Wall Street's going to love it. They're going to add it to a little spreadsheet, and things are going to change for the better. My only I'm just curious about. Yeah, they expanded the range in Austin, but they didn't expand the Robotaxi fleet. I think it's still 10. Yes, I think it is still invite only.
I think it was 11. I think
But
I heard 11 last I heard.
it's now 11, so they increased it by one. Okay, that's not too
I
bad.
don't think I think it was 11 from the start though. I think I might be wrong though, but
Yeah, 10, 11, whatever. They're just low numbers. I'm just thinking, yes, it's invite only, but when will it not be invite only? And when can they increase the fleet to 20, 30, 40, 50? I think we'll get that answers in the earnings call. I think that's definitely going to be a question coming up. But,
Well, well, let me ask this question. So, what do you think will happen first? Will they go on freeways and increase the speed, which increases the risk, or will they? I think they're trying to hire more supervisors, aren't they? So if that's the breadcrumb that we have, then it's. I guess I'm answering my own question. So I'll pause there. What do you guys think?
I think honestly the safety driver's not needed. I think it's there just to be extra safe, but it's not required. That's what I think, honestly. And when it comes to it, like we were talking about the stock prices and all that, dude, like you got to look, the competition's good. But while all these competitions, the stock price is going up on them, as they start to tamper off because they can't keep up, that money's going to pile into the winner. I just want y'all to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I was going to say to what Fa was saying that I think the important opportunity for the existing, cash flow driving part of the business, which is the cars, for now, that you have this great marketing engine for the vehicles. Like she was saying, you could buy a Tesla, you can't buy a Waymo. So you get into this tech, and then the exposure that you get by utilizing, instead of an Uber, you go into a robo-taxi and there's no driver, there's no supervisor, and you see the value. Then you go, wait a minute, I can have this experience in my own car. Well, I don't want the other brands. I want the car that can drive itself. And anyone who has a Tesla currently already knows. Like, I've only given rides to people who have Teslas and have FSD, so they're not blown away by, like, you don't see the reaction of, oh my god, this is such a trip, this is so crazy, because they just kind of expect that that the car can drive itself. We're used to it. But I think that there's, what are we, 0.0% of people on earth that understand what's already upon us.
And which is why I keep buying the stock.
Yeah, Pejjy, have you seen Farzad's video on? He released it like a day or two ago. Very interesting video that talks about sort of the question you were asking about. What's going to happen and what's needed in terms of the teller operator. And the point that he was making was that once there's like a three cars to one teller operator, 2 cars to one teller operator,
Yes.
3 cars to one teller operator, then the robotaxi service will start to become quite a bit more profitable. And certainly once there are many more vehicles per one teller operator, due to the fact that there's such a high level of safety because of the testing they've done, I think that we'll really see profitability once there's no longer a person in the vehicle, but they just have remote teleoperation in the event of extreme outliers and situations like that. And one other point I'll make, Pejjy, is that we know that Tesla has the ability to manufacture at scale already. Within 1 year, they can manufacture close to 1 million cars, right, Pejjy? Something like that. So we know that Tesla has the ability to manufacture at scale already. So the limiting factor really is the safety protocol and regulatory. And I think that once those hurdles are accounted for, we'll start to see some real profitability there. But yeah, it's a really interesting question as to when they'll expand the fleet size. Elon posted saying that, quote, once we feel it's safe to do so for the California expansion. He said 1 to 2 months. So I'm optimistic that it'll happen soon. Maybe close to the earnings call, maybe sometime a little bit after that. I'm not sure what you guys think. I don't know if Divya or Jen wanted to chime in there.
Yeah, I think the expansion will happen within August, month of
Oh,
August.
great.
Yeah, because they are expanding on new areas. They'll test everything out, and then they'll basically send more cars. Because
Yeah,
I think there is a remote operation overhead, right? They want to keep that same ratio. Like if they want to keep that same ratio, they'll need a lot of more remote operators. Uh,
yeah. If they want to go to LA and Arizona, California and Arizona, yeah, I think they would double or triple their fleet to maybe 20 or 30. But that's new areas. I'm just curious about current areas. And yes, Gothic, what you said about two to one, 3 to 1, what Farzan mentioned. I think Elon did confirm such a thing as well that they're planning to do. That slowly, yes, they'll expand the robotaxi fleet, and with robotaxi teleoperators. But as the thing becomes better and much more reliable and more safe, it'll be a ratio of 2 to 1, or maybe 1.5 to 1 or something like that, and then 2 to 1, and then 3 to 1, and then to a point where it's just like, well, you don't need it anymore because the darn thing is safe as heck. So I don't know how long that's gonna take, but if that's the way that Tesla seems to be going forward, and according to Elon, it looks like that is the way that they'll be going forward. Well, that's very interesting to see how they're gonna do it. But that means it's a slow start, right? We shouldn't expect 100 robotaxis by end of next month on the road, because they need teller operators. So let's see how
no,
this goes.
they could go 100. I feel they could go 100 easily. They just have to clear all the bugs. Then the ratio would change, because if they want like 1 hour from the current area, they need a lot more cars than what they have. They're testing out 1 hour away from the current area, so that would be huge, huge wait time if they keep the similar fleet.
Yeah, and also Pejjy and Divya, to Divya's point, when you expand the area, the service area, there's a lot more downtime when the cars are not in operation or they're moving between trips. So they will have to increase the fleet size to minimize wait times for their customers, even in the testing phase. So I think it's a necessary prerequisite for them to, in fact, increase the fleet size, and hopefully they'll do that soon. And just one last thing I'll say, we've seen Waymo increasing their service area. If Tesla responds to increase their service area even further, that makes it all the more likely they will increase the fleet size, even if it's costly in the beginning, because they have the safety driver and the teller operator per vehicle. I think they can still afford to take the hit because this is the testing phase. So that's just what I think.
Yeah, and we're also seeing
Wait.
sorry, we're also seeing the robotaxi testing with the massive lidar stuff all the way like so much south of Austin. I think it was called Kyle or something, and apparently that's like pretty south of Austin. So I think the update could be coming within 2 weeks, because the way how these guys are going, they're going ham on this thing. So I think within 2 weeks, I think Tesla's going to have a much bigger geofence range than what Waymo has, which will be awesome to see. Sorry, Fa.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Sander. Sander, I saw your hand up. I was gonna ask Sander to say his question one more time. What is your question one more time, Sander?
Oh, all right. Well, let me make my point, and then I'll say the question one more time. So, I don't know if everyone knows that they're like actively sending out surveys to us testers and trying to understand why even the testers are coming to utilize the taxi, what kind of software bugs, right? So it's a brand new thing. So I think it's just a question of patience of when they do it. And then this whole like Waymo competition thing, I think it's cute, but I think it's too different to really pay much mind to it.
But the question I had was, what do you think is going to happen? Like first, are they going to expand the number of robotaxis that they have in the fleet, or are they going to try to go after perfecting in this smaller area, even if it expands to Marble Falls and whatever the metro area of Austin, which is going to be way bigger than what Waymo is capable of doing if you want to bring them up. Will they do that, or will they just kind of focus on going on the freeways, do that before they even get to wait times? Because right now it's not impacting the consumer, so I just think it's the former. I think they'll go after that, but I was curious what everyone else thinks. What are they trying to solve for here?
I think it's going to go into the actual fleet expansion. I really do, because it works hand in hand. So they're going to be collecting more data. They're going to be able to get a bigger use case. So as they expand that geofence, which we already know, he's about to actually give Robotaxi some more hymns. That would be lovely, by the way. As we know, when that happens, if you expand the fleet out, you're going to get more data, and it's going to ultimately give them what they need in the first place, which is more proof of safety and concept, which we already know it's safe. Everybody that owns one or is ridden in one knows FSD is safe. So the Robotaxi is just taking the person out of the equation completely and running it autonomously. But we know by a fundamental that works. It is 100% working. And it takes the level of incidents and deaths out of the equation for, what is it, 94%? Something like that. It's ridiculously safer than a human driver. So it's going to continue to perform. And I think they're going to need to bring more actual fleet size. I think, as Dives was saying, right? I think we probably could see like 100 more cars in the fleet, and then they just expand that fence, because ultimately it's just going to be proof of concept. And I really feel they don't need a safety driver. That's just the extra warm and fuzzy for Elon, because obviously they are under scrutiny. Typically, when you're the best in the field, you set that standard. Elon's the best in the field, so they're going to nitpick him because he set the standard. So we got to think of it objectively too. I see that happening.
So Jen is in Austin. I don't know if she tests a Robotaxi yet. What do you think, Jen? Oh, she's not here. What do you think, Pejjy? Is this going to be more car, or the map got bigger?
Well, I think the map's going to get bigger first, and they're going to increase testing. Because look, with these guys, with Elon, not Elon, Tesla sending more tests, the number of rides are not high, because how many of these guys are going to test out $6.90? How many times, right? Just to test out from point A to point B. So I think there's going to be a wall to that as well. And that wouldn't increase the amount of demand for it. So I think they'll keep it at 10 cars, increase the area, see how everything is, and then, of course, send more invites to get more people out to do things if they feel like they need to do that. And, collect more data and then take it from there. If we know that once Tesla goes public with this, and they add it to the X Robotaxi, that's going to be insane. But they can't do that right now because, well, it's not widely available unless they geofence that as well, which that's going to be difficult to do. So I don't think they're going to do that for a while. So I think they're going to continue with this until they have a good chunk. Then they can say, hey, if you're in the Austin area, you can download the app and do whatever you want. And then, I don't know, once it's nationwide, we can do it through the X app, which would be awesome. And I think that's one of the points where Elon said that I'll make sure that Tesla investors will benefit from Twitter. That's one of the reasons, I think, and that'll be a big, 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 massive, massive benefit that we Tesla investors will get from, because all of a sudden you have access to everybody. What is it? I don't know how many users are there in Twitter. Give that a 50% active rate. That's an insane amount of numbers. that people will can use as they use daily. It's going to be insane. So that's what I think.
I can even I still can hear Pejjy is sick. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
So we talk stock price already. In short term, in short term, no one know. No one really know. It can go to 150. I gonna laugh and cry in the same time. Or it can go to 600. We won't know in short term. But I think in the long term, in like 5 year, 10 year, even 20 year, if you can hold that long, it's definitely gonna be the return is gonna be like blow everybody mind. So that is stock price. And the robotaxi expansion, definitely they're gonna do it in safe. I believe they're gonna do in Austin, and then they're gonna come to California. I heard from Homa that they're gonna do it in Palo Alto first, where the AI office is. Oh, I hope they're big. I hope they come to my house. I could not wait to try the robotaxi. And I think I heard they're gonna do Arizona. So that is excited. I don't know what is gonna be in New York. I don't know. This thing is actually like more fun than a real life drama because it's like, it's awesome. And full self driving work in different country. Like we went before, that we went over before. Pejjy went over the name of the country. It's gonna be like so awesome if it's work in Asia and India. That is like magic for sure. And yeah, anything else, Pejjy, that I forget to talk about today?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything here, from Lucid to Uber to Nero to Robotaxi expansion to the shape of it, to we talked a lot of things about FSD in Australia, New Zealand. I mean, Wall Street, all this kind of stuff. We covered a lot of good stuff. Um, yeah, I see. I think I see the hand up from Smokey, but I think this is from previous hand. But
Yeah, I don't have my hand up, brother.
yeah. So no, this was an awesome space. I mean, the only thing I can say is that, well, we have earnings coming up within like what, 4 days. It's going to be awesome. Um, I'll be going live for it on X and on YouTube, the whole shebang from earnings to the earnings call. So it's going to be very exciting, and I think it's going to be a very good earnings call. I think we're going to get good updates about robo taxis. I don't know what the um, response is going to be for the affordable models. I think we have an idea what it could be, but or when it could come out. But I think if there's a delay in that, I don't think Wall Street's going to like that too much. But if Elon counters and says that, well, robotaxi is going to grow, like this within the next few weeks, few months, I think that could counter it. It does make sense for Tesla not uh, to release the affordable models until the EV credit is done. I think that'd be a very smart move from them to do. And I think that seems to be the idea, because we already see a Model Y version, which is the YL, this coming in China, which was a 6-seater, which was something that none of us expected. So we probably do have something similar but smaller, a more affordable, more compact coming, just coming up the sleeves of Tesla. So I think it's going to be an awesome earnings call. No idea where the stock's going to go. I think um, earnings are going to be good, in my opinion. I have to run the numbers, but I think earnings are going to be okay. But the earnings call is going to be much more important. And if Elon answers correctly, more green. If he doesn't, whatever, stays flat for another quarter, I'll buy more stock. I'll keep stacking that stack like I usually do until we get the the next S curve up and running. So that's all I gotta say.
Dude, if Sandra, go ahead.
Oh, Pejjy, if do you think like uncertainty being removed will can have it go up? or if that is done without any kind of earth-shattering information. Where do you think the market sentiment is now for bulls and neutral people?
Man, look, the market sentiment for Tesla keeps changing daily recently. One day it's politics, the other day is Model Y, new range. The next day is Robotaxi. The next day Elon's happy with Trump. Next day Trump is mad with Elon. And, sentiment changes every day with this company. But the fundamentals, though, don't. So I think what matters here is Tesla or Elon being focused on the company and talking about Robotaxi and talking about, I guess, for Wall Street lovers, about the affordable models and the energies, all that kind of stuff. What they're gonna do for the next from now to end of the year. Of course, we know what the plan is for the future stuff, but to give that 6 month assurance to the guys with the big bucks, I think that certainty would give the stock a little leg up. But then again, the sentiment changes every day. Who knows what's going to happen after that? He can say the amazing things on the earnings call, but the day after that, he can go crazy with Epstein file, going, talking about Trump, and that can bring down the whole stock market again. This is the thing with Elon. But at the end of the day, you just got to look at the fundamentals, cancel out the noise, and just move forward. That's the best thing I can say.
Great question from Sander and amazing answer from Pejjy. This is why X is fun. If you're a nerd, X is just like blow all the drama in the world. If you on X, it's like, oh my God, I'm so addicted to this. And it's no matter, this is what I see from the last 4 years, 5 years, 5 years. It's no matter the milestone, what it is. It's what is up right there, right now with Elon. The milestone we already have. If you tell me back in the day, year 2020, say, hey, 2025, Robotaxi is still already online. We already collect money from people from the ride, and stock is at 300. I will be like, no shit, Sherlock. No, you got it wrong. It's got to be at least 1,000. But I'm here sitting here. I'm actually wrong. The stock is at 300. It's not $1,000 stock. And if all of you didn't watch Herbert with CERN, the video yet, I highly recommend. It's just amazing, awesome. CERN is just like have a waterfall of knowledge. So save your time for that. And I think I'm gonna leave it here today with Robotaxi is not a hope, and Elon might not be Trump friend anymore, but Robotaxi is real. All right. So stay out of trouble
Did you
until
just
next
call the
week.
Robotaxi a whore? What was that?
I say a hope.
Oh, hope. It's not a hope. Okay, I was so confused.
Oh my God, this is so good. Yeah, Robotaxi is not a hope. Epstein file might be a hope, but Robotaxi is not a hope. All right, stay out of trouble until next week, everyone. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
But
All right, guys. Yeah, I don't have the mic on today. Not the mic. My what's it called? Camera on because I'm laying in bed and I'm freaking tired. I mean, I have a headache, not a headache, cold. I'm sick. That's what I'm trying to say. So thank you for tuning in. And that's why I've been lacking on videos, for the past couple of days because I've been sick. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. See ya. Bye-bye.